Hello and welcome to an Not So Awesome review. Today we're looking at the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star series Ultra Instinct Goku. This is part of the Broly Build-A-Figure wave. And yeah, this is our first 6-inch scale Goku. We don't have a figure arts of him yet, and I don't think they've even announced one yet. I know they've teased Jiren and stuff, but yeah, it is cool to see him in this form, in this size. We did get the Shoujo version. I did a review on that, and that was a really good figure. To be honest here right away, I prefer that figure over this one. I mean, I like having one this size, and I'm sure we will get one at some point, so not too worried about that. But just like all the other Dragon Star series figures, or most of them anyway, it's underwhelming. By that, I mean, the face sculpt could be a little bit better, and the articulation could be better, but for the option that we have at the moment, I guess it isn't too bad, and for the price point of $20, again, not bad at all. So let's just get into it here. This figure does come with the right arm for Broly, plus an extra hand for him, and the 2 Kamehameha hands that basically every other Goku figure comes with, so nothing new there. I want to say that for the most part, this is, I think, a new body sculpt. I wouldn't be surprised if like the crotch area is reused and the boots reused, but I want to say we don't have a torn Goku pants one yet. Obviously not one with his shirt ripped and no bare arms, so yeah, I want to say that a good part of it is new, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of it is reused. I don't have my other Goku to kind of like, or Gohan I should say, or any of them to kind of like compare. The only other Goku I have is the Super Saiyan Blue one, and that's wearing a completely different gi. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. Did we even get a Goku in this gi that isn't from Series 1? Because the Series 1 one I know is way different, so not 100% sure there, but out of all the figures in this wave, I will say that he's definitely the most unique. I believe the other ones are all reusing body parts. But yeah, one thing they did fix here, that I'm actually really happy about, is that he can look straight. The other Gokus can't look straight forward, and so they fixed it on this one. He can look completely straight, which is awesome, because usually Goku is stuck looking down on all the figures, and it sucks. So getting one that can look straight is awesome. You can't really look up too much or anything. You can look down a good amount, left and right, fine. And he does have a slight pivot, but only to the left. To the right, not really. And he does have that same problem all the other Gokus have with the neck, where it wants to move off-center to the left. I don't know why. Like, there should be a little bit of neck movement, but at the same time there isn't. So the fact that they leave it so that this can move, they should just make it stationary, because it just gets in the way. It gets annoying, and then you gotta like pop the head off and like force it one direction, and even then it kind of like goes back to that off-centeredness. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but yeah, the line from here to here, right now it's matching, but half the time it doesn't, so it gets annoying. So just putting that out there. Again, waist articulation, there is no ab crunch. There's side to side, not really much back or forward. I want to say that's mostly because of the belt piece here. I think if that was gone, he could get a little bit more range, but yeah, you're not going to get too much from that, which sucks. I do really want them to add an ab crunch. I don't care if it looks ugly or whatever. Not ugly, but I guess not as clean as they want it to be. I mean, they could always do that ball peg thing that the model kits do. I believe it's the model kits. So, there's options for them to be able to do this. I mean, the figure arts do that, the whole cut thing. Yeah, I don't get why they don't at least go for that, because it would make these so much more fun. But they don't, and it sucks. And funny enough, if anyone's noticed here, they didn't paint his belt. His belt right here, it's sculpted on all the way through. It's not blue. It should be blue. Instead, it's the same orange. It's like either they forgot or something. It's on the packaging, and it's on the promotional picture on the back of the packaging, but the figure itself, no, doesn't have it. Don't know why. Weird that they didn't do it, but yeah, let's move on from there. Arm articulation, he can go up that high, which is actually really good. Rotate all the way around. Upper bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow, that does really good. Rotation at the wrist and a hinge at the wrist. So arm does actually really good. The legs do still have that kind of pop down, pop up thing going on. They can kick forward, but they can't kick forward and straight, which is unfortunate. They can kick back, but they can't kick back and straight. Again, unfortunate. They can go out that much. Double jointed knee, it does that much, which isn't bad. Doesn't look the best, but isn't bad. No boot rotation. You can swivel this side to side, but it's not really much going on there. I want to say that it's mostly stuck because of the thing right there, but I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't really work. And foot rotation back a little bit, not really forward, not really side to side, but it does go left and right. So, again, I do feel like every once in a while Bandai is improving on these figures, but sometimes I feel like they're taking a step back. Now, I will say that the body sculpt, like the muscles and everything, look good. The face and the body are one shade of color, which I actually don't have that much of a problem with. The arms don't match. The arms are more glossy, more skin toned, while the body and face are a little bit more dull coated. It's hard to tell which one is actually, I wouldn't say painted wrong, but like which one is more pure plastic than the other. Because again, it's like, it feels like it's not painted, but it looks good. This, you can tell it's plastic, but it almost looks like it did have like a spray over of some sort or something. I don't know. Maybe just different molds of plastic. Either way, definitely does not match good. Even the skin on here that's painted on like the cuts, it doesn't look the best. It looks really blotchy. Like, that just does not look right. This doesn't look right. The only one that looks okay, I'll say, is that one. The other ones, again, like I said, just it doesn't look right. And the fact that he doesn't have an ankle pivot, still kind of annoying. I mean, like, you can see, you can kind of get it, but you definitely have to, like, turn it a good amount. So I'll say, okay, you know what? I'll give them that. They've improved on that a good amount. But ab work needs work. Arms are perfect, in my opinion. Legs need work. Head, getting there. But face sculpt, I can bring this up closer for you guys to see here. It's just, it doesn't look like Goku in the face. The eyes are pretty good, but like somewhere along the shape of the face, the nose, the mouth, something there seems off. The hair is a really nice, shiny metallic. I do actually like how, they do their hairs with their figures. They do a good paint job and everything. You can see it is floating up like it should be with the Ultra Instinct mode. And it's overall not a horrible figure. I guess you could just say I'm spoiled by figure arts, and the Shoujo one did do a really good job. So I want to say that, but again, it's not a horrible figure. It's a decent enough one. Is it perfect? No, but I'll give them this one. Out of the entire wave, this is the only one I was actually interested in. Again, Vegeta, I feel like, is just a repaint with a, non-Super Saiyan head. Gohan looks like they just changed up the head and gave him Super Saiyan hair. I believe Goku Black is going to be the same, just, again, a non-Super Saiyan hair. Same thing with Trunks. I believe he's powered down, and I believe the other one is Super Saiyan. So, yeah, not a Super Saiyan head, but same body. And I don't remember who the last person is, but I'm pretty sure it's another reused body. So, I don't know. Dragon Star series, I feel like they're going back and forth. Like, they did a really good last wave, and this wave, I feel like they cheaped out a little bit. I mean, the fact that the belt isn't painted really does bug me. But anyways, let's get on to some size comparisons and wrap this video up. So for a quick basic action figure comparison, here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And here he is next to the Super Saiyan Blue Dragon Star Series Goku and a Saiyan Raised on Earth SH Figure Arts Goku. And I will say the size difference between SH Figure Arts and these Dragon Star series, it varies from time to time. Like, Frieza is obviously way off, but these Gokus, they're not too far bad. They can mix and match pretty good. Again, like, characters, even like Vegeta, he's definitely too big, but Goku here, I think, can mix into your collection for figure arts. Decent enough if you want him as a placeholder until we get one. Again, it's not the best figure, but I can say this for sure. His joints are so much tighter, so much better than his or any of the other figures, really. He does stand up perfectly fine on his own. His legs aren't as wobbly. You can see right here, they're not really shaking or anything, just his head. And I can place him back down. This Goku, a lot more shaky, and is now leaning back and probably going to fall over. There we go. So, yeah, a lot tighter, a lot better. Though I will say this Goku definitely still has the better face sculpt of these two. I don't know. It's not bad. Just something about it feels off. Maybe it is the color. But again, I don't know. Something about it definitely feels off. And lastly, here he is next to the Dragon Stars, Jiren and Golden Frieza. Yes, I took Golden Frieza's tail off because I just didn't want to have to struggle getting him to like balance with it. So you can see here he is a little bit taller than Frieza by the hair, but definitely Frieza is way too big. It's a really good figure, don't get me wrong. I feel like his neck is a little too long, but it's a really good Frieza. Jiren, Goku, size comparison isn't too far off, actually. I think it's a lot better than the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. That's probably because the Super Saiyan Blue Goku has, like, taller hair and stuff. So I actually like the size comparison better than that. Though I still feel like Jiren should be just a slightly bit bigger. Not too much, but just a little bit. But it is nice seeing these three figures together, three characters and everything. Yeah, not really much else to say. Again, his joints suck compared to his. So I will say that because him standing, definitely not easy. Him, very easy. Frieza, easy, but not well balanced because of the tail. So overall, not a bad figure, but yes, it does definitely have its flaws. And the biggest flaws, in my opinion, is definitely still the ab crunch. Especially since he can't look up. I feel like this Goku, this version of him looking up is kind of important for posing and stuff. And the ab crunch at least would have given him a little bit of that option. Of course, you know, if they made it just so his head could move up, that would have been fine with me. But the ab crunch definitely still really bugs me. The fact that we're on, what, wave 7 already, and they haven't, you know, really changed that up. Yes, they've come a long way since that first Goku and Vegeta, where, I don't know, everything felt flat and not great. This one came out a lot better. But again, I'm hoping that now that they don't have to focus on Power Ranger stuff, that maybe we'll get better figures. Though I wouldn't be surprised if the series ends at some point, considering we don't have a show to kind of carry on with it. Yes, there is plenty of characters they could go with, so, you know, if you want the series to continue, definitely pick it up. Otherwise, I feel like it will probably end soon. That's just my opinion on it. Not saying that I wanted to, but I can definitely see that happening at some point. Again, not a bad figure, a good placeholder, does fit in with your figure arts pretty much. He's just a little bit bigger, but not too much where it makes that much of a difference. Sculpt-wise, it looks amazing. Articulation-wise, it's mixed bags. You know, the arms is really good. The legs are decent. The head can look straight, and the fact that I'm happy about that is kind of an issue just because I shouldn't be happy about that. That should be something I should be expecting. But regardless, you know, the hair looks amazing. The face, again, something feels off. I will say they did do the eyes good. They have that little silver thing around the black, so he does have the right looking eyes and everything. So again, mixed bag. Could have painted the belt blue, and yeah. So I recommend it. If you're a fan of Ultra Instinct Goku and you want a 6-inch figure of him and you don't want to wait for Figure Arts, then definitely pick it up. I'm sure Figure Arts will put out one eventually. I'm pretty sure that there is a model kit of him coming out soon. I don't think he's actually out yet, but I'm pretty sure that Figure Eyes is putting one out, so you can get that, though he won't mix in with your Figure Arts or anything because those are more of a 7-inch scale than a 6-inch. So just letting you guys know, there are options, and of course the Shoujo one, which I still think is the best because of his movement and articulation. I mean, he doesn't have an ab crunch, but he can definitely bend a lot better than this, but there's no Jiren to kind of like pair him up, and I think that's what a lot of people are planning on doing, is getting this Goku, getting this guy, and trying to get some cool poses, because again, he doesn't have an ab crunch either, and yeah, so that is what it is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, hit the like button and all that cool stuff, and we'll see you all later. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.